Yo dudes! Welcome to Fermented Mulled Wine, an amazing festive drink that's beneficial for your gut microbes.
In celebration of NAMA's biggest discount ever, we're going to be making some grape juice as the basis of this. So this is the NAMA J2. This is literally the best juicer on the market, and this is the best discount NAMA have ever done in honor of Black Friday.
$120 off it. This is a slow masticating juicer that is upright, 45 revolutions per minute, and it's hands-free because it's got a hopper. And they've got $120 off for Black Friday.
My favorite thing about it is that it's a 15-year warranty. So what, in essence, it's saying invest in your health. There's a famous expression which often says, I cannot afford not to buy good quality. This comes with a 15-year warranty. It epitomizes quality, and it's such a good investment into your short, medium, and long-term health.
It is the biggest discount they've ever given on the J2, $120, along with discounts across lots of their other products. We do have a link down below, so do click that and check it out. It is the best quality, hands-free, masticating, superior juicer on the market.
Okay, time to make our juice. So we're going to start off, we're going to make some grape juice. We have 500 grams of grapes of choice. These are some black muscat grapes that are incredible.
They really are the flavour. They taste like eating sweets.
So just take them off the vine. Okay, so we are juicing 500 grams of grapes and 4 apples. This is going to be the base. This mulled wine typically is fermented grape juice, also known as wine. We are going to ferment our own grape juice and ferment it where it doesn't develop alcohol, but it does develop carbonation, fizz, and probiotic bacteria.
And the great thing about the NAMA J2 is that it's hands-free. You literally pop it in the hopper, put it on, and turn it on, away we go.
Pulp is super dry. That's one of the beautiful things about this juicer. Ready to go.
Here we go. Look at that. Delicious.
Color is amazing, and the smell smells like, you know that fake grape smell that you get? This is the real one, and it smells so like jelly tots or gummy bears or something.
It really
beautiful.
is super, super yum. Okay, we've got a litre of our grape and apple juice, and we've got a 2-litre jar which we're going to ferment it in. So into our fermentation vessel, and obviously it doesn't need to be a jar. It could be something else. We've got 2 oranges. I'm just going to quarter them and just
these
pop
are
them in.
blood oranges. These are the beautiful ones. So there's naturally, these are unwaxed organic oranges. There's naturally wild yeast occurring on the skin of these fruit. And they're going to react with the sugars in the juice and create natural carbonation and beneficial probiotics.
So if you can't get organic fruit, just make sure that it's unwaxed citrus fruit. So we've got 2 oranges and 1 lemon. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of ginger. I'm just going to slice up the ginger roughly enough. This is organic ginger, so I'm leaving the skin on it.
And this is mulled wine, so it's time to add in our aromatic spices. So I have 3 cinnamon quills, in they go. I've got 4 whole cloves, in they go. Obviously, if you don't like clove, you use less, but I think it's so important in this. And I have 2 star anise to bring that slight aniseed note. I'm going to go with 1 little sprig of rosemary. I just think it looks beautiful, and it just adds an extra subtle layer of flavour.
And we've got a litre of our grape and apple juice.
The colour is so amazing.
And it tastes every bit as good as it looks. It genuinely, absolutely will.
That is stunning. Okay, we're going to cover the lid and we're going to leave this to ferment for approximately 2 to 4 days. We'll often say there's 2 secret ingredients with all fermentation, which Dave is going to tell you what they are.
Time and temperature. So if the temperature is quite high in your room, it'll probably be done in 2 days. If it is reasonably cool and it's fluctuating, e.g. in winter, and the temperature in your house fluctuates over winter, well then it might take 3 to 4 days. This is the bulk fermentation phase, so phase 1.
So anywhere from 2 to 4 days. Leave the lid on. Don't worry about pressure building up and anything exploding. It is fine. It is good today. Good to go. 2 to 4 days.
So we've left that to ferment for 3 days. That's as long as it took for us. And this is where we're going to go from the bulk fermentation phase into the secondary fermentation phase.
And you see a small amount of light bubbles starting to develop. That's an indication that the yeast are reacting with the sugars and create nice beneficial carbonation and probiotics.
Beautiful. So what we've got here is we've got some kind of a vessel. We're using a jug here, and we've got a sieve.
So we're going to sieve it all out. Colour is just amazing.
Yeah, the colour is absolutely, and it'll just be infused. So what's happening in the bulk fermentation phase is that we've inoculated the wild yeast within the full drink. And what will happen now when we transfer to the secondary fermentation phase, which we're going to do now with a bottle and a funnel, and by removing the fruit, this is the carbonation phase. This is where the yeast will start to eat the sugars in the drink and create natural carbonation, which is the fizz.
I'm going to put a small amount of brown sugar in. What this is going to do is just going to encourage more carbonation and more natural fizz.
Okay, so here we go into the funnel, and we've got, as we said, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar of choice, and in goes.
Colour is so beautiful, and there's such a lovely note of those aromatic spices. So you want to fill it and leave a decent bit of headroom. So, geez, talk about perfect. So leave enough headroom so there's not too much of a buildup of pressure and a risk of the bottle exploding.
So it's very important that you do use the swing top bottle here because it just helps with the buildup of pressure, which is super important for the actual buildup of the carbonation.
How long do I ferment this for and how do I know when it's ready?
So we're going to leave this to ferment for 2 final days before we taste it.
Important point to note is just to make sure to burp it. So in between, we will literally just open it, release some of the pressure and close it. That's it.
And that's it. Once a day you do that for the 2 days of the secondary fermentation phase.
So we've allowed our drink to ferment for 2 days. It's lovely and fizzy. We love the taste of it. This is a drink of seriously high caliber. We really want to present it beautifully. So
we are using one of our finest glasses and we want to cover the rim with a nice sugar glaze. So we've got a little bit of sugar in a bowl and I've got the zest. I'm going to zest the skin of an orange just to really imbue some of that delicious kind of festive flavours.
Our orange sugar looks beautiful. Take our glass, try to have the rim just ever so slightly wet just to make sure it sticks and just spread it around. Oh, I like that. Oh, my kids go wild.
Okay, so very important is decoration. As we said, we're going to go in with a number of orange segments. Just sliced, these are blood oranges. I've studded an orange with some cloves, which obviously is quite festive. A
little bit of rosemary to look a little bit like a pine. We've got 1 star anise, 1 cinnamon quill, which I just think looks beautiful like a straw. Okay, here's our drink, looking nice and fizzy. Oh, a little bit. You'll see a nice light carbonation. If you do want it fizzier, obviously leave it to ferment for a little bit longer.
It looks fantastic. Like it really does look like a drink that you give to Santa Claus. There you have it, the most delicious, naturally fermented mulled wine. It's beneficial for your gut microbes.
Here's to your gut health.
Woohoo! This is made in the Nama J2 juicer, which they've got the biggest discount they've ever offered, which goes on until December the 1st. Full details down below of that. They're also offering discounts on all their other incredible range too. So,
we're the Happy Pear, and if you do like fermentation, we've loads of fermentation videos. Do check them out. Link down below. Thanks a mil for watching. Bye!